Over the years, I've learned something important about aging and health that most people overlook. You don't need expensive equipment, complicated routines, or a cabinet full of supplements to support your body. In fact, one of the most powerful anti-aging habits I recommend takes just 2 minutes every morning. This isn't a passing trend or social media hype. It's grounded in research and practical experience. I've seen firsthand how small, consistent actions can create meaningful changes in how people feel, move, and function. What many people don't realize is that chronological age and biological age are not the same. Chronological age is simply the number of years you've been alive. Biological age, however, reflects how well your body is actually functioning at the cellular level. You might be 45 years old chronologically, but if chronic inflammation is high, your mitochondria aren't producing energy efficiently, and stress hormones remain elevated, your body may be functioning more like it's 60. The encouraging news is that biological age is not fixed. It can improve when you support the systems that control energy production, inflammation, recovery, and stress regulation. Research continues to show that simple daily practices, especially when done consistently, can positively influence these systems.
That's why I emphasize a short, focused 2-minute morning protocol. It's easy to follow, requires no special tools, and fits into even the busiest schedule. When you commit to showing up for just 2 intentional minutes each morning, you activate powerful internal mechanisms that help your body repair, rebalance, and perform more efficiently. Small actions, practiced daily, can shift your health trajectory in a way that feels sustainable and empowering. The very first step in this morning protocol is the Wim Hof breathing technique, and in my experience, this is where the real shift begins. This is not ordinary deep breathing or casual relaxation breathing that you may have tried before. It is a structured, intentional breathing method that has been examined in research settings for its impact on oxygen levels, inflammation, stress response, and cellular resilience. Studies have suggested that this style of breathing can temporarily increase oxygen saturation in the blood, influence inflammatory pathways, and activate mechanisms associated with cellular repair and adaptability. When practiced consistently, it can help train your body to respond to stress more efficiently and improve overall physiological balance. What makes this technique powerful is its simplicity combined with intensity. In just about 60 seconds per round, you create a measurable internal change.
You stimulate circulation, increase oxygen availability, and gently challenge your nervous system in a controlled way. Over time, this can contribute to better energy levels, improved stress tolerance, and a stronger sense of mental clarity first thing in the morning. Here is exactly how to perform it. Begin by sitting comfortably in a chair or on the edge of your bed with your back straight and shoulders relaxed. Keep your posture upright but not stiff. Close your eyes if it helps you focus. Now start with 30 deep rhythmic breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose or mouth, first expanding your belly fully and then filling your chest. Think of drawing the air deep into your lungs. Then exhale in a relaxed manner through your mouth. Do not force the exhale or push the air out aggressively. Simply let it fall away naturally. The key is controlled, steady breathing. Strong inhale, relaxed exhale. Each breathing cycle should take approximately 2 to 3 seconds. Find a pace that feels powerful yet manageable. As you continue through the 30 breaths, you may feel slight lightheadedness, tingling in your fingers, or warmth in your body. These sensations are common due to increased oxygen and changes in carbon dioxide levels, but you should always remain seated and relaxed. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, you can stop and return to normal breathing. After completing the 30th breath, take one final inhale and then exhale fully, emptying your lungs completely. Once your lungs are empty, hold your breath. Stay relaxed and avoid straining. Aim to hold for at least 30 seconds, gradually working towards 60 seconds as your tolerance improves. This breath hold gently challenges your system and encourages adaptive responses in your body. When you feel a strong urge to breathe, take one deep breath in and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Then release slowly and return to normal breathing. That completes one full round.
You can perform between 1 and 3 rounds of this cycle. If you are new to the practice, start with just 1 round and allow your body to adapt over several days. As you become more comfortable, you can gradually increase to 2 or 3 rounds. There is no need to rush the process. Consistency matters far more than intensity. This completes step 1 of the protocol and sets the foundation for the next phase of the routine. Now let's move to step 2 of the protocol, the cold water face plunge. This step takes only about 30 seconds, but it can create a powerful physiological response in the body. Cold exposure, even in short bursts, has been associated in research with the activation of cold shock proteins. These proteins play an important role in cellular protection, mitochondrial function, and repair processes. When stimulated appropriately, they can support mitochondrial biogenesis, essentially encouraging your cells to produce energy more efficiently while also influencing inflammatory pathways in a positive way. In simple terms, this brief exposure to cold acts as a controlled stressor that trains your body to become more resilient. After completing your Wim Hof breathing round, walk over to your sink or prepare a large bowl filled with cold water. The water needs to be genuinely cold. Room temperature will not create the same effect. If necessary, add ice to lower the temperature significantly. The colder the water, within safe limits, the stronger the stimulus for cold adaptation. Once your bowl is ready, take a deep breath, then gently plunge your face into the cold water. Keep your face submerged for about 10 to 15 seconds. Stay relaxed while holding your breath. When you come up, take a few slow, steady breaths to recover. Then repeat the plunge one more time for another 10 to 15 seconds. Altogether, you'll accumulate roughly 30 seconds of cold exposure. That's all it takes. If this feels intimidating at first, start gradually. You can begin by splashing very cold water onto your face several times and allowing your body to adapt over a few days. As your tolerance improves, work your way up to the full face plunge. The goal isn't to shock your system aggressively, it's to introduce a short, intentional cold stimulus that activates beneficial adaptive pathways. This step is especially important because research suggests that cold exposure can stimulate cold shock proteins, support mitochondrial health, promote cellular repair, and help regulate inflammation. When paired with the breathing technique, it creates a synergistic effect: oxygenation, nervous system activation, and cold adaptation, working together in under 2 minutes. Now let's move to step 3. And just like the others, this one takes only about 30 seconds. This is your quick movement burst. The purpose here is not to exhaust yourself or turn this into a full workout. The goal is to briefly challenge your muscles in a way that activates a key metabolic pathway known as AMPK, AMP-activated protein kinase. This enzyme acts like a cellular energy sensor. When activated, it helps reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and signal your body to begin repair processes. Interestingly, AMPK is also stimulated during fasting and exercise, which is why it's often associated with longevity and metabolic health. Including a short, intense muscular effort in the morning gives you a similar signal without requiring a long session. You have a few simple options, and you only need to choose one. The first option is a plank hold. Get into a standard forearm plank position, keeping your body in a straight line from head to heels, core engaged, and breathing steady. Hold the position for 30 to 40 seconds. That's enough to create the metabolic stimulus we're looking for. If planks feel too challenging, your second option is air squats. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and perform 20 to 30 controlled bodyweight squats. Focus on full range of motion, hips back, thighs moving toward parallel with the ground while maintaining good posture. Move with control rather than rushing through them. The third option is a wall sit. Stand with your back against a wall and slide down until your thighs are parallel to the ground, knees at roughly a 90-degree angle. Hold that seated position for about 30 seconds. You'll feel the burn quickly, and that's exactly the signal your muscles need to activate those beneficial pathways.
You do not need to perform all 3 exercises. Pick one that suits your current fitness level. Some people prefer to rotate between them on different days to keep things interesting. The key is intensity within a short time frame, just enough to wake up your muscles and metabolism. When you combine all 3 steps, the breathing technique, the cold face plunge, and this short movement burst, you create a powerful sequence. The breathing helps regulate and strengthen your stress response. The cold exposure stimulates adaptive cellular proteins, and the movement activates metabolic and repair pathways. Together, in just about 2 minutes, you're sending coordinated signals throughout your body that support hormonal balance, cellular resilience, and long-term health. The cold face plunge plays a powerful role in this routine because it stimulates cold shock proteins, which are closely linked to cellular protection and healthy aging. These proteins help your cells become more resilient under stress and support mitochondrial biogenesis, meaning your body becomes more efficient at producing energy at the cellular level.
When your mitochondria function better, you naturally experience improved vitality, endurance, and recovery. Then, by finishing with that short burst of movement, you activate AMPK, a key metabolic regulator that helps reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and stimulate autophagy, the natural process through which your body clears out damaged cells and regenerates healthier ones. In just 2 intentional minutes, you've influenced multiple anti-aging pathways: oxygenation and stress adaptation through breathing, cellular protection and mitochondrial support through cold exposure, and metabolic repair and longevity signaling through movement. Instead of relying on expensive tools or complicated regimens, you've worked directly with your body's built-in repair systems. That's the real power of this protocol. It's simple, but biologically strategic. As a bonus, try to get 30 to 40 seconds of natural sunlight exposure as soon as you wake up. Early morning light helps regulate your circadian rhythm, improves nighttime melatonin production, enhances sleep quality, and supports overall hormonal balance. That small addition amplifies the benefits of everything else you're doing. You may not notice dramatic changes in a day or 2 because much of this work is happening internally at the cellular level. But if you stay consistent for at least a month, the changes often become very clear. Many people report waking up feeling more refreshed, maintaining steadier energy throughout the day, experiencing sharper mental clarity, improved mood stability, and even reductions in inflammation-related discomfort. These are signs that your internal systems are becoming more balanced and efficient. Make this 2-minute routine a non-negotiable part of your morning ritual. Show up for yourself daily, even when you don't feel like it. Small, repeated actions create profound long-term shifts. This can be your first simple step toward restoring and strengthening your health. If you found this helpful, I truly appreciate your support. Like and subscribe so you can continue receiving practical, research-informed guidance. And please share this with someone who could benefit from it. Until next time, take good care of yourself.